Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. On this hump day. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate you so much. I really appreciate your support. Hi, pizza. Can't see all the names. I took my glasses off. Sorry. I'm nearly blind as a bat without these things, especially for small print. All right, let's go with our Diablo Smackdown. Y'all ready? Let's go. Day four, waiting for MAGA to enter the door with a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got a bite. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diana hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo. I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but a force of steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diana's got game, and she's hard to beat. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running her show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jewel. With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, the other runner." A crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA tweets swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That's for you, MAGA, but especially you, MAGA men. You are the most emotional people I have ever run across in my entire life. Bar none. Trump's voters are the most emotional, especially MAGA men. Man, are they emotional. Woo! Lord of mercy. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Everybody else, make sure you've hit the little heart me at the top, the little orange heart. Just costs you one coin, but it makes a big difference in the algorithm and how we get paid out and all that. So I really appreciate it. Let me bring up my backup account and we'll get going. Let me get up my backup account and we'll get rolling. All right. I'm white too, but I ain't MAGA white. Like, I'm not like white supremacy white. I'm not Bubba white. I ain't sundown town white. All right. My backup account is up. Make sure you're all following my backup account. I do have my live gift goal going today if you want to help. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. Well, let's get into it. Q, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
I did. I have a question real quick. No. I have questions. I do qualifying questions for TikTok terms of service. How old are you, and what state did you vote in?
I am 21.
Okay.
And I think I voted when I was 20.
Okay. What state did you vote in?
I voted in Colorado.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. What do you want to say or ask?
I just had a question. I didn't really understand the picture you have up.
Mm-hmm.
The Statue of Liberty and like the white people and
Mm-hmm.
Trump.
Yes.
That's really all I was curious about.
Well, because Donald Trump is only deporting and kidnapping and human trafficking people of color out of the country into concentration camps, but he himself is flying in white South Africans. So he's like, yeah, come to the country, get rid of all the brown immigrants, but we're going to bring in the white ones. Very, 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 very troublesome.
That's understandable. I can see how you think that.
But that's what he's doing. It's not that I think it; it's just what he's doing.
Okay, yeah, but these people are coming in off of policies made during the Biden administration.
What policy? What policy?
Asylum seekers.
No, I know. What policy did the Biden administration? Hold on. You got to tell me the Biden administration policy that allowed or changed the immigration system.
It's the exact one that allowed 10 million.
Can you please tell me what policy it is? Can you please tell me what policy it was?
Can you?
Yes.
That's a good question. Oh yeah, tell me.
Yes. There wasn't one.
Because I know it's the exact same one.
There wasn't one. What border policy? What border? What? And 10 million. There's only 11 million total in this country that's been here ever. Like there's only 11 million in the whole fucking country. 10 million didn't come in under Biden. So if you could tell me. Okay, I don't allow men to speak over me. So if you're going to continue, I'll just mute you. But I don't want to have to mute you because I think you can have self-control. But please don't speak over me when I'm speaking.
I'll mute myself. I'll let you speak.
What border policy? I'll walk you through it. What border policy are we under right now? And if you don't know, just say you don't know.
Yeah, that's actually what I was about to say. I was going to say I have no fucking idea. Oh, my bad for cursing.
Oh, I cuss like a sailor. Don't worry. It's 8 U.S. Code 1158. That's our asylum laws, right? That's our border policy. Do you know what border policy we were under Donald Trump?
Damn, no, I have no idea.
8 U.S. Code 1158. Do you know what border policy?
Is that the same one?
Sorry, I have a hard time keeping track of letters and numbers. Yeah, 8 U.S. Code 1158. It was the same under Biden. It was the same under Trump. It was the same under Obama. It was the same under Bush. It was the same under Bush. And it was changed during Reagan. So since Ronald Reagan, since the 80s, we've been under one border policy that's never been changed. So Joe Biden did nothing to change the border policy. He offered 7 times to Congress a border bill to help change the border and to help secure the border and to make some more strict laws. But the Republicans in Congress refused to pass it. So then he said, hey, how about, he even said Donald Trump. He said, Donald Trump, why don't you come to the White House, work on a border bill with me, and I'll even give you partial credit. And of course, Trump didn't do it. So then he said, okay, I'll let the Republicans in Congress write it. So James Lankford out of Oklahoma wrote a border bill that would be like the wet dream of anything that any Republican would ever want in a border bill that Democrats would never have given them in any other time. But something had to be done, right? So he worked on it they took James Lankford, they took a Democrat, and they took a independent. I think it was Kirsten Sinema. And they all worked on this big budget bill. And they went on TV and they said, we got a bipartisan border bill. I mean, this is a whopper. This was a whopper of a bill. It would have just fixed most of our problems at the border. And Donald Trump got wind that it was going to pass. And he called the Speaker of the House and he said, do not pass it or I'll primary you. He told the members of Congress, do not vote for it or I'll primary you. And even on the campaign trail, he told him, he goes, you can blame me. It's okay. He stopped it because he needed to campaign on the border. He had no fear to gin up in you guys without using immigrants. Because you already got Roe v. Wade. They did the whole pro-life. They're unaliving babies, and they did that for 40 years. Well, they finally got that. So they didn't really have any fear-mongering that they could do to keep people wanting to vote for him, because he didn't deliver on any of the policies that he did in his first administration. Not one single thing he campaigned on did he accomplish. So all he had to run on was white people's fear of brown people coming over the border and ginning up an invasion and all of these things. And so that's why nothing was done at the border. Joe Biden didn't do anything. He tried 7 different times. On January 20th, 2021, Joe Biden, the very first piece of legislation he gave on the day he was inaugurated was a border bill. And he tried 7 different times, and the Republicans refused to pass anything. And then when they finally got a good border bill, Trump stopped it because he needed to campaign on the border. He had nothing else. And it worked. It worked like a charm. I mean, he knows his base. He knows that they're racist and live their lives in fear. So it worked. But just so you know, he's president now. He's been president now for 4 months. He has the House, he has the Senate, he has the presidency, and most of the Supreme Court. How come he hasn't passed a border bill?
I didn't know he didn't pass a border bill.
Nope.
I know he's been deporting a bunch of people.
He has not been deporting people. The deportation is a legal process. What he's been doing is kidnapping people off the streets and sending them to El Salvador. And just yesterday, against the federal judge's orders, he sent people from South Asia to South Sudan. Sudan is a nation that's in turmoil. So why is he sending people from Vietnam and places like that to South Sudan? Like, why isn't he taking them back to their countries of origin instead of dumping them in third world countries? Like, this is called kidnapping. This is not deportation. Deportation is a legal process, which means they get their day in court. They get to say if they're here legally or not. But they're not even getting that chance. They're just snatching them off the street, and the next day they're on the planes to wherever, or sent to detention camps without any due process, which is why the Supreme Court ruled 9-0. And in my lifetime, I can't remember the Supreme Court ever unanimously voting together on anything, like ever.
I believe you.
Yeah,
That's
9-0. Because usually the Supreme Court split. You know, there's some conservative judges, some, liberal judges, and they really, honestly, do not. Please don't invite people up here when I have people on the panel. I only like one at a time.
Oh.
But Bob, you can wait.
My phone, I swear to God.
No, not you. As one of my mods did. But Bob, you can hang tight just a minute, and we can talk. But what was I going to say? Yeah. Oh, yeah. 9-0. 9-0. The Supreme Court ruled 9-0 that they have to have due process, and that the government, that the Trump administration has got to facilitate the return of Abrego Garcia, the guy who was the one that's been in the news that they sent to El Salvador mistakenly. And they even admitted in court that it was a mistake, but the Trump administration is refusing to bring him back. And actually, all 200 and something of people that were on that same plane.
Let me talk to her. Nobody.
Again, no self-control. Yeah.
No, it's just.
Yeah. No. I said, wait your turn. I know you don't
know anything.
I know that you don't understand consent, but I said no. You can request up, and I'll bring you up next. But you're not going to come up here into my live and take over. Men try to do that shit all the time, and it doesn't happen on mine. I appreciate you being respectful, by the way, Q. So all of those 270 plus people that were sent to El Salvador, not a single one of them had due process. They literally should have to bring all of them back, because in the Constitution, all persons are afforded due process. All persons. It doesn't say U.S. citizens. It's anyone that's on U.S. soil. And so they are not following the Constitution. These people, they have, and how you prove that they're criminals, or how that you prove that they're here illegal, and how you prove that they're part of these MS-13 gangs is in a court of law. The government has to prove that they're part of MS-13. They have to prove they're here illegally. That's why they are afforded due process. But none of these people have had due process. So what he's doing is exactly what they did in 1930s Germany, when they just took people off the streets and sent them to Auschwitz, because Auschwitz was in Poland. It wasn't in Germany. And the reason they send them out of the country is because there's no oversight. No reporters can go down there to make sure they're being treated properly. They're just gone. They're just gone. And that's human trafficking. That's wrong. He's breaking the Constitution, and he's ignoring the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court told him you have to facilitate his return, and they are doing nothing. And he actually, just like I said yesterday or the day before, sent 12 more people from Southeast Asia to Sudan. And the judge said today they are specifically, or what's the exact word? Unequivocally disregarding the judge's orders. They've already told them they can't do that anymore. And the Trump administration doesn't care. They just keep doing it because who's going to hold them responsible? The Department of Justice isn't going to do it because Pam Bondi is a bootlicker. All the people that he put in places, the reason why he put them in those places, so that he could do whatever he wanted and no one would hold him accountable. It's a shame.
I do have one question.
Yep.
You've mentioned this a lot, and this is something that I have confusion myself with about, is when you say Trump administration, are you talking about just the President Trump, or are you talking about?
Oh, it's all of them. It's Secretary of State. It's Pam Bondi. But Donald Trump is a control freak and a malignant narcissist. He knows everything and nothing gets by him. And he's probably directing all of this because he has to control everything, which is why he says, I know more than the generals. I know more than everybody. I know more than the scientists. I know more than anybody. He thinks he knows everything. And so he is basically just telling them, I don't care, because he's not listening. He's not facilitating, and he's also not making them facilitate it. He's not saying anything.
Okay.
He's basically made himself a dictator or an authoritarian, if you will, because we have three co-equal branches of government for a reason, and it was supposed to be.
I hate to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pause real quick. My mom's calling me.
Okay, you can go.
Okay.
But thank you for being respectful. Nice discussion. He was at least nice. I'm sure the next one will crash out. Everybody keep hit it on that screen for me. I have my live gift goal up there. I do have my Cash App and Venmo in my bio if you want to help support my live. I'm here every single day, 7 days a week from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. Please, please, please stop inviting people to join the panel when I have somebody in the box. Please. Crying. You have an echo. Do you have your Bluetooth on? If there's nobody in the panel or nobody waiting in the queue, I don't mind. Obviously, we want you to bring them up. Yeah, I told you he's going to crash out. His bio is kind of cringe, but. Oh, this one's a crazy one. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I'm looking for Trump voters to talk to. I guess this one's leaving. I don't know what's happening. Now, so you guys, I'm Match Energy, right? That guy, oh, he left. Okay. That guy listened. He asked questions where it was respectful. He didn't know the answer, so he just said, I don't know. So I was able to talk to him. I didn't have to mute him. Nobody crashed out. So all you have to do is come up and have a conversation. You don't have to come up and crash out the second you come up here. I'm capable of having a conversation. When you guys come up here just absolute rabid fucking turtles, you're going to get met with the same energy. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters on your Brian. If that's the Brian that's here every day, he's too much of a coward. He won't ever come up. He just comes in. He just comes in to spew a bunch of nonsense. Wes, thank you for the $2 Venmo. $2 to kick off a $2 challenge, and for MAGA never understanding the background. I get it. The two rocks in their brain aren't even clicking clacking together very good or ever. All right. He's challenging everybody that's watching today right now to send $2 to my Cash App or my Venmo to help support my live. I do this every single day, 7 days a week from 4 to 7 p.m. And contrary to what all Trump voters think, I do not get paid by the DNC. I do not get paid by George Soros. I am completely and totally crowdfunded. So I really appreciate it. I'm not begging Casper. I said, if you would like to donate, you may, to help support my live. I'm crowdfunded. I don't get paid a dime for this. I've been doing this for 370 something days now straight, 7 days a week, even was here on Christmas Day because I was trying to save democracy. And then after the election, and you guys chose the fucking fascist, now I'm going to make you hold you accountable for what you voted for and the shit he's causing. So if you want to help support me, I appreciate it. Thank you. You'll send me an application for what, Josh? I mean, if you can tell me how to get paid by the DNC or by George Soros, like, bring it on. Oh, thank you for the Galaxy, Val. Not that Val, a different Val. Not my usual co-host, Val. He's on vacation. He's out floating in the ocean somewhere. On a cruise. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Tony, over on YouTube, if you want to come over to TikTok and have a conversation, but you are so completely and utterly wrong about just about everything that you've said over here on this YouTube channel, holy moly. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come on up. Otherwise, I will give you my call-in number, and you can call in on YouTube, and maybe we'll have a conversation over on YouTube via the phone. Because it looks like the people over on TikTok are too scared to come up and talk to me. So maybe some people over here on YouTube would like to call in and chat. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Thank you so very much for the live goal, guys. You guys are knocking out these goals today. I really appreciate you. I'm much more calm today than yesterday so far, so. You sound like Stuttering Joe. That's a compliment. Joe Biden's a very good and decent man, so. You want to say that? That's perfectly fine. At least he was a man of integrity, honor, empathy, and actually gave a shit about people, wasn't a criminal, and didn't sexually assault women. You want to compare me to Joe? I'll take it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah, they were very gross yesterday. Yesterday was tough. I don't know why you guys are like auto pen Obama, auto pen Joe, auto pen. Do you know all the presidents use auto pen? Trump uses an auto pen. Come on, guys, wake up. You guys are so ridiculous. Michelle, thank you. Hold on. Let me do Wes. I already got Wes, the $2. Mandy, thank you for the $2 for hold on. It's just auto pen is like an e-signature. Like sometimes they have a bunch of stuff to sign, so they use like basically it's like an e-signature. Like it's not that big. It's not a scandal. They're just dumb. Yeah, it's just like an like an auto signature, electronic signature. Toya, thank you for the $2. Happy Wednesday. Yes, happy Wednesday. Mandy, thank you for the $2. Oh, that's so pretty. Thank you for the flower with the $2. That was nice. Michelle, thank you for the $5. She's offering a $5 challenge. Michelle would like to, now we have a $2 challenge and a $5 challenge. So if you want to participate, you can send $2 or $5 over to my Venmo or Cash App. They're both spelled the same way over there, Diavatalks. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your support today. Thank you. But if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Come on up. Oh, they're so... I do seem to be getting more MAGA on this app. Oh, thank you, Andrea. I love the bouquets. Those are so pretty. Let me check my Venmo. It looks like I have Venmo here. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Butter, I agree with you, but please stop spamming the same comment over and over. Thank you. Even if you're friendly, the spamming is annoying. But I appreciate you, and you're right. The Trump crime family has made billions. I think billions and billions of dollars just in the first 4 months. It's insane how corrupt they are. They accuse Joe Biden of everything their family is. Yep. Everything that their family, because everything that comes out of MAGA, every single accusation is a confession. Dar, why don't you come up? I'm looking for Trump supporters. Come on up. Is there anybody over here on YouTube that wants to call in and talk to me in the chat? Say yes, and I'll put the number in there, and you can call in, because over here the Trump supporters on TikTok are cowards. Where did Biden and his family make millions from China? And Jolene, can you please come up here and show me? Bring receipts on where Biden made millions from China and Ukraine. I'll wait. I'll wait. Come with receipts. Eda, did you vote for Trump? Huh?
Hold on. Hold on, give me 1 second.
How old are you?
18.
What year were you born?
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Jesus Christ. Eat us the fetus. Bye. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Dude, you sound like my son. He's 11. Yeek. Yeek. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Go skateboard. Go play in the yard. Get off political TikToks. Jesus Christ. Yeah, even children are braver than Trump supporters. That's true. That's true. They're such cowards. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. The bombshell of the night. Did you guys hear? That is why the Republicans scheduled for this big, beautiful bill, which is, I'm going to call it the big bullshit bill. Why they scheduled it at 1 o'clock in the morning? So that they could do it in the cover of night? Terry, thank you for subscribing. Was because, holy shit, $535 billion in cuts to, drumroll, Medicare. Just like we said. He's not coming for Medicare. He's not coming for Medicare. You just cared that it was going to come for Medicaid because you're like, well, I don't get Medicaid, so I don't care. I don't get food assistance, so I don't care. We're like, he's coming for Medicare too. You're like, no, he's not. Bullshit. 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 $535 billion with a B from Medicare. Senior citizens, children whose parents have unalived. These people are sick in the head. Trump doesn't care about you. The GOP doesn't care about you. We already told you they didn't care about you, but you somehow had in your stupid ass mind that they actually cared about you. But $535 billion out of Medicare. Jesus H. Christ, you people are sick. Going after the sick, going after the disabled, going after the poorest of poor to give tax breaks to the millionaires and billionaires so they can buy more yachts. And now they're going for your fucking grandparents. And y'all are like, yes, daddy. Yeah. You people are sick. You're sick. All the Congress people that were like, we're not touching Medicare. No. And that's why they did it at 1 a.m. That's why they scheduled it to begin at 1 a.m. I told you so. I told you so. Yes, I told you so. Sick and depraved to go after the most vulnerable people in this country to give tax breaks to the fucking wealthy. Sick. They're still working on it. We told you they were going to have to cut. Oh yeah. There's tax breaks. They're taking away the tax break, or they're giving it for the excise tax. For guess what? Hold on. Tanning beds. I wonder why some orange Oompa Loompa who likes to tan and bronze and all that gave a tax break for fucking tanning beds. Not hospital beds. Tanning beds. Tanning beds. It's over 1,000 pages. It even has stuff in there that's going to cancel like the judiciary. They've stuck so much shit into this bill. It is not a big, beautiful bill. Alexis, come up here. Go look. Go pull up the bill. Go look at the bill. Do Control F for fine. Just type in the word tanning. Tanning. Just search the word tanning so you don't have to read the whole 1,000-page bill. Tanning. And then go look and come back and tell me if I'm still wrong. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. Tanning beds. But fuck you, grandma, if you need a hospital bed. I'm not joking. Russian. That's a hell of a username. Russian nerd. That's great. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
How old are you?
20.
Huh?
20 years old.
What state did you vote in?
California.
Okay.
What is this political cartoon mean?
How come you guys don't know anything? Like literally the last one that was up here was like, what does that mean? Like, do you not know what the side of the Statute of Liberty says?
I have no clue.
Go back to Russia. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I mean, that's just silly. You can't have a conversation with someone about, oh no. They're stupid. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, but please have a modicum of fucking knowledge. That'd be like really awesome. Ignoramus is voting. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. The big bullshit bill has so much shit in it. Oh my God. Woo! You probably couldn't even imagine the word search you'd have to do of what you're going to find in that bill. It is insane. Tax breaks for people that own tanning beds. What the fuck? Oh God. Oh yeah, and $300 million in it for Trump's golf trips. Yeah. Waste, fraud, and abuse. God, these people are so unserious. It's disgusting. They're so unserious. Right. The youth is so dumbed down that they can't even understand the comic strip. That is so sad, but it's so true. Oh my God. Ugh. I don't know. This is nuts. Like, this is just crazy. There's a provision in there about AI. Like, they can't do anything about AI, or like AI has like 10 years to go like unchecked or whatever. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah, A1. Yeah, we know we lost. And no. I'm holding you guys responsible for what you voted for and the bullshit that's in this bill. It's like, we're just going after waste, fraud, abuse, but we have $300 million in the budget for Trump's golf trips, but grandma can't have her fucking Medicare. You people are so unserious. My God. If you voted for Donald Trump, get up here. If you don't come up and talk to me, you're probably going to get muted in the comment section, because my moderators know that, because only the Trump voters are allowed up. So you are only allowed to come up and talk to me. The comment section's for Kamala voters. So come on up and talk. We're here to have conversations. That's what people come to lives to watch. Not for me to sit here and monologue incessantly to myself. And that whole no tax on tips that was passed unanimously in the Senate, it's only on cash. So if you're a server, they tip you on your credit card or whatever, that's not it. It's literally just cash, and it can only be up to like 25,000, and it's only for cash. It's not even like you're just going to get a tax break when you file your taxes. So, but that hasn't passed either, because they're already at the debt ceiling. So I don't know if they can. I don't know if it's going to pass. Yeah. Who claims cash, right? When I was a server, I know you're supposed to, but who does? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Who fucking carries cash around? Oh my God. And he's up there like, I did no tax on tips. But he doesn't tell what it is. Yeah, cash. Nobody carries fucking cash. Oh, look at the panda. Thank you. They're so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, please. I'm just going to do a restart, because I'm not going to sit here and just keep talking to myself. Of course they think it's a win, because they're just parrots, because they don't read. They don't read it. They don't read what's in the bill. They don't read any of this stuff. Russian nerd, go away. It doesn't mean it's going to pass, because if they hit the debt ceiling, it can't pass. They have to fund it somewhere. Just because it passed the Senate doesn't mean it's going to pass the House. It has to have funding. No, you guys are just nuts. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I'm just going to do a restart. I'm on the coward side of TikTok, apparently. Yeah, it was the Democrat. It was Jackie Rosen, I think her name was. She's like, you know what? I'll just do it. I'll just do it. It wasn't even the GOP. It wasn't even the Republicans that put it up. It was the Democrats. They're so fucking incompetent. Woo! Wendy, thank you for the $50 Cash App. Thanks for the education. Appreciate the knowledge. Oh my God, thank you so much, Wendy. That was so generous. Thank you so much. Oh, that was really, really nice. I really appreciate it. Thank you. W is in the chat for Wendy. That was really generous. Thank you. Oh my God, these people are crazy. All right, looks like I'm going to have to do I can't believe with 771 people in here, I don't have a single Trump voter that will come up and talk to me. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Oh, Q's back. Okay, cool. He was a respectful young man. Hey, Q, you back?
I am back.
All right. Did you have any other questions, or what did you want to talk about this time?
I kind of really just wanted like sources because I'm really interested in what you're saying, but I just want to, verify.
Literally, you could just
listen on the internet. That'd be not good.
8 U.S. Code 1158 is the only thing you have to Google. It'll tell you
U.S. Code
8 U.S. Code 1158.
8 U.S. Code 1158. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
because that's our asylum laws for seeking asylum.
I see. Yeah, it was the House government website. Hold up first.
And it's never been amended. Like it's been that way. It's been that way for, I believe, since Reagan, like 40 plus years. For anybody that's interested, if you're in my Discord server, I'm going to go into the live chat channel on my Discord server. If you want to join my Discord, it's in the link tree in my bio. But I'm going to put the full 1,116 page, big, beautiful bill. So you can do a Control F and look and search for those tanning beds and see what I mean. But I'm going to put it in there for my Discord server, people.
You said Control F and look for what?
Oh, I was talking about on this big, beautiful bill, the thing that they're talking about. They schedule it to write up today at 1 a.m.
Okay.
Which that's never happened in my lifetime either. When have it ever been a Senate hearing or a budget committee that starts at 1 a.m.? And that's because they didn't want the public to know, because it came out last night that also included in this debacle of taking away people's Medicaid and SNAP food assistance benefits, $535 billion from Medicare, from seniors, cutting their benefits. That is not good. And they've been screaming, oh, we're not touching Medicare. We're not touching Medicare. We're not touching Medicaid. They lied like usual, because we told you they were going to, because they told you it was in Project 2025. So we already knew. You guys just didn't believe us. Not you. I'm not talking to you specifically, but the other people that are in here listening. $535 billion from Medicare. So they're taking from the poverty. They're taking people on Medicaid, people on food assistance, and elderly and children who get money because one of their parents has passed away. They get Social Security benefits for that missing parent that passed. So they're taking it from the very most vulnerable population in this country, and so that they can give the tax breaks to the billionaires and the corporations. It is literally the anti-Robin Hood. It is stealing from the poor to give to the rich. And it is absolutely fucking vile. And it's an abomination. Everyone should be outraged, but Trump supporters in general don't care.
This bill, at the beginning, it says any alien who is physically present in the United States or who arrives in the United States, whether or not at a designated
port of entry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, port of arrival, and including an alien who is brought to the United States after having been
interdicted in U.S. waters. That's like if you're coming from Cuba, they would catch them in U.S. waters, so that that's what they're talking about in international waters.
In accordance with this section or protocol, and then it just links a different title.
Yeah, what does it say after that though? It says may seek asylum. Right?
I think so. I mean, it links like a different title and then goes to exceptions. No, you're right.
Yeah. It's been the law, and they don't have to come through a port of entry. Everyone keeps saying if they would just come the right way. They can't. They have to cross through a port of entry. No. It says whether or not at a designated port of arrival. They just have to step foot on U.S. soil. They just got to get here first. Because so people are always arguing, well, they committed a crime when they stepped on U.S. soil. Well, that would be true if they didn't stop at a Border Patrol agent and claim asylum. Once they do that, 1158 kicks in. They're no longer here illegally. That is our process. They're doing it the legal way. They have to get here first before they can claim asylum. They can't claim asylum from their country. They can't.
That makes sense too, because that's how they pay taxes. Because they do pay taxes.
They do pay taxes.
I literally just did my taxes, and they asked me if I was an illegal alien. And I asked the tax professional of TurboTax. I was like, "Does that mean if I was an illegal alien,
they do
pay taxes?" She said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So,
do you know that last year they paid almost $100 billion in taxes? That goes towards Medicare. That goes towards everything, and they cannot claim any services. They can never collect on that Medicare. They can't get any of those benefits when they get older, but they pay into them when they work here. And they pay state and local taxes. It helps our economy greatly. If you got out all the illegal immigrants, this country would fail. Economically, just plummet.
This is interesting. Hold on. I'm keeping reading. But
they pay, property taxes. They pay rent. They buy groceries. So they're moving money through the economy. They're a net positive on our country because they pay so much taxes and they're not eligible to receive any services.
Wait, so they pay taxes even if they're here illegally? They pay taxes. And they don't get the benefits that come from paying taxes.
Correct. That's correct.
That's fun.
They help keep our Medicare solvent, like the money rolling to keep taking care of, the elderly as people age out. And they don't ever get to claim. They don't ever get, unless they go and become U.S. citizens and they go through that whole process and they get to the U.S. citizen part, then perhaps they can when they're older. But if they just stay immigrants, that takes a long time. And even then, not all of them are able to collect Social Security benefits. No. So they do have to pay in to our system that they don't get anything out of. And they're a net positive on us, and they get an ITIN number. It's called an ITIN. Basically, it's like it's not a Social Security number, but it's a tax identification number. So they can get jobs and work, and they pay taxes from their jobs, just like me and you. But they don't get the benefits of it.
I was a car salesman, so I've dealt with ITIN numbers, and I know what they are. I just never made that connection, I guess.
Yep.
Wow.
Did you do any research about Kamala Harris or any of her policies before you voted for Trump? Or did you do it based on maybe your family, where you live? If your family's super conservative, or what made you vote for Trump? I'm seriously, you seem like such a nice guy. Like I don't know. I don't want to say you're uneducated, but it seems like you're pretty uninformed in a lot of things. And that's not a dig. If you don't know, you don't know.
I understand.
But I'm just saying, what was the reason? Because I'm just genuinely curious at this point.
I mean, if I go back to like November when all of this was happening, I was thinking of my future a lot with like being able to buy a house, and Trump was promising, I guess, a better economy. And
Oh God,
that was like my biggest incentive, and I was seeing a lot of stuff about how Kamala Harris wasn't really
it's Kamala.
promising them.
It's Kamala. I just insist you have to say her name properly, or you can just say Harris. But what's actually funny is that she actually had a policy. Part of what she was campaigning on was giving first-time home buyers, especially Gen Z, because you guys will probably never get to and never be able to afford a house unless something drastically changes, because they've just priced y'all the fuck out. So she was offering first-time home buyers $25,000 down payment assistance for a house, specifically for you.
I really wish I would have saw that.
On her website, she had like 83 pages of all of the things that she wanted to do. She even linked, she did what she wanted to do, and then she linked Donald Trump's right underneath it. So that you could compare and contrast. Had you gone to the Kamala Harris website and read it, you would have seen it was also for first-time parents. Like if you have a baby, it was a $6,000 payment for a baby to help offset some daycare costs. And I think if the kid was under a year old, it went down to like 3,000 or something like that for every child you had to help. And she was going to not raise taxes on anyone that makes under $400,000 a year, which I venture to say is probably most of us, like average people.
I would say that's like a good. Everyone that's not in the top 5% makes less than 400.
Yeah, so she was infinitely better. not just on her policies, but
if like that policy that Kamala stated.
Kamala.
I'll say Harris. My bad. I keep messing that up.
And I just insist, Q. Just so you know, I insist because I have learned since being on this app that if you don't say a person of color's name correctly, it's a microaggression of racism, because they don't have names like Betty and Bob and Joe and all that stuff. So that's why I insist on people calling her by her right name. So you can just say Harris is fine.
That's why mine's Q, because people get my name wrong all the time. So I understand that. And I admittedly do the same thing, and I don't realize it, but that's why mine's just the letter Q. If Harris is perfectly fine, because we say Trump, we say Biden, we're pretty much, Kamala is the only one to say their first name. Yeah,
actually.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I just insist, because I don't allow like racism and stuff like that on my page. So I appreciate it. So you can just say Harris, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll just say Harris.
Yeah.
But Harris's policy on like the whole like getting tax credits for having a child seems that's better than what Trump was proposing for people having kids, because isn't his 4,000?
I think that he's up to 5,000 now, but his is kind of a grotesque thing. Personally, because I'm a woman, I have 4 kids. I'm not having any more. I'm done.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm like, no. But they're wanting women to have more babies. Okay. And it's kind of gross. He said he wants to like give medals to women who have 6 or more kids. Someone else named Adolf did the same thing. Ugh. It's really gross. And so it's really cringe, but theirs is because they want more white babies. I'm just going to be honest with you. They want more white babies. Which is why they're trying to incentivize. And also with this big, beautiful bill that they're doing, that they're taking $535 billion cuts to Medicare for food assistance. Do you know what they're going to do with that? People that are on actual food stamps, And I promise you, I promise you this is true. I've been on food stamps a couple of times in my life because I was a single mother for a while.
Yeah, same here.
And
for everyone asking, because I'm seeing this a lot in the comments, I'm sorry to interrupt you here, but I'm 21.
Yeah.
So I see it like every other comment as people are asking.
Oh, because usually I ask when you come up, but since you were already here, I didn't ask you again, but some people might have joined afterwards. So yes, okay, 21. The food assistance is not easy to get. You have to have very little income in order to qualify, and you don't get a lot. Like it's not a you're not getting like $800 a month. You know, it's like yeah. He in this new bill for food stamps or food assistance, SNAP benefits, whatever you want to call it. If your child is over 7 years old, they don't qualify. They're not considered a dependent anymore. Your children have to be under 7.
Being 7 and 8, that doesn't make any sense.
Right. I'd say maybe 16 because maybe the 16-year-old could work. But 7 years, so only 7 years old and under. But if you're a single mom, you get nothing. But if you're married and your spouse works and your kids are under 7, then you can get it. So they're going to penalize single mothers, which is what they said in Project 2025 they're going to do. That I was warning everybody about before the election. I wish you would have found me earlier.
Dude, I do too. I got so much to look up. I've been writing all this down, by the way.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I tell everybody every single day, I've told every Trump supporter, go fact check everything that I just told you. And if I'm wrong about anything, come back and prove it to me and I'll change my mind. And when I tell you I do this 365 days, on May 9th, I passed my 1 year of going live every single day, 7 days a week. I missed 2 days in that 365 days. I was here Christmas, Thanksgiving. I mean, I literally missed 2 days. And that was one day I was really sick. And the second day is when I was escaping Hurricane Milton and evacuating the state of Florida. And I had to drive, so I couldn't be on a live. Those are the only 2 times I've ever missed. I have done this because I was trying like hell to save this democracy, trying to keep us from sliding into fascism, because Project 2025, which he claimed he knew nothing about. Yeah, I'm not part of any of that, except for almost everybody on his cabinet was an author of it.
I've been seeing a lot of that as well.
Yeah. And so,
because I've seen the clips, and he's done nothing but speak against Project 2025.
Yeah.
And then I see all these other posts about people in his cabinet
because he was so
that are like the literal.
It was because it's so draconian. It's right because it's so bad. It's so draconian. It's not dragging us back to the 50s. It's dragging us back to like the 1850s. Like this is some crazy shit. And so I was out here every day up until the election trying. Yeah, there's a website called P20 Project 2025 Tracker, and it tells how many. It's like 60 or 70% of this agenda has already been done. So there's a tracker with bills, every single bill or every single thing that they've done, EOs and all that's been done. That's fallen right in line with Project 2025. It's called Project 2025 Tracker. You should read that. You'll be absolutely gobsmacked. But I was here every single day trying like hell to save this democracy. And since the election, I'm now holding Trump voters responsible for what they voted for. Because we do have midterms coming up. If there's an election, so I have my doubts that he's not going to somehow make sure there's not an election because he knows he's going to get impeached and removed if Democrats take the House and Senate. But if there's an election in 2026, the only way we're going to stop this is if you vote down ticket. I don't care, all the way down to the goddamn dog catcher. You better vote Democrat, period. Because he is running amok. Because the House Republicans and the Senate Republicans are feckless, spineless cowards, and they will not hold him responsible for all of the criminality that he's doing and all the violations of the Constitution that he's doing. Because we have co-equal branches of government for a reason, and that is so that no one branch gets more power. And he has usurped all the power because Congress is letting him get away with it, And the judicial branch, which is the Supreme Court, and the court's telling him he can't do these things, and he's thumbing his nose, and he's just doing it anyway. So he has basically just usurped all the power to himself. And the only way to stop him.
And this is stuff I learned in third grade too. The president doesn't have the most power in the government.
Correct.
The fact that he's acting like he does is, oh my god.
That's exactly right. And then you've got people like my son. I have 2 special needs kids, and my son has autism, and he just started getting Social Security disability payments and Medicaid, because he automatically gets Medicaid when he gets Social Security benefits. I don't even know how much longer he's going to get those, because now they're cutting everything. My mom and dad are closing in on their 80s. The only health insurance they have and the only income they have is through Medicare. My mom fell last night playing pickleball and broke her arm. If she would not have had, they can't work, or, they don't work or anything. And so they're older, and that's their health care is through Medicare as well. Medicare and Social Security, that's all the income they have. If they cut their Medicare, either the money or the healthcare part, I can't afford to support my parents. I have 2 special need kids that are children. My twins are 11. So it's like I still have kids I have to take care of. I don't have the means to be able to take care of my parents. So what do they do? Were they going to lose their house, lose everything? What are they going to do? Where are they going to go?
That's interesting.
So, this is going to hurt a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be hurt. And the only way that we can try to right any of this shit is we got to get Democrats to take the House and Senate and get him the fuck out of there.
I'm seeing a lot of people, because I'm writing stuff down, and I'm seeing a lot of people in the comments ask me if I'm regretting my vote. Do I regret it? I would say no, because I did what I did. You just kind of got to accept that. But the only thing you really can focus on is moving forward and changing your perspective, and just you take in all the information you can and you adjust for the future. If you hang on to your regrets, you're not going to move forward at all.
But can you maybe not regret, but can you say maybe you made a mistake because you just weren't educated enough?
Yeah, I would 100% say that.
Okay, that's fair. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair.
This is so much. Like, if I'm being real with you, I was 100% die hard. Because I still have that same standpoint that I just said, to where if I make a decision and I stand by it, and I guess I never really questioned my decisions. I just went on with the exact decision that I made. Like, yes, I voted for Trump. And I stand by it. And I guess I felt like just because I made a decision, it was the right decision. But I'm kind of learning that.
Well, write this down. Write this.
You make a decision.
Yeah, write this down. Write down Trump file, not plural, because you won't get it. TrumpFile.org. Write that down. That will be very eye-opening. That is all of the criminality, all the things that he's done, like throughout his life, and what all the stuff that he's doing is extremely alarming, to which is why you will see why people like me, people who are a little bit older, who have known Donald Trump, and that he's been a lifelong con man and a master at marketing and branding. So all of this, like, make America great again, drill, baby, drill, all of these things, if he just says things over and over and over again, I call it bumper sticker politics. He's just good at manipulating, and most narcissists are. But he's been a con man his entire life. So that's not new. And if you're into documentaries, there's a documentary. If you want to know how the evangelical kind of took over the GOP, and now we're heading toward a Christian nationalist nation, which is where all this is coming from. Watch the documentary called Bad Faith. That is eye-opening as well. Bad Faith. It's a documentary. It's either on Netflix or Amazon. You can find it pretty easy. I think in Tubi.
Do you know who made it?
It says it on there. I don't remember. I watched it quite a long time ago.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another one, if you're interested, it's about January 6th. And it's like on the ground, like in the crowds. It's called Day of Rage. I love documentaries myself, but it really gives you maybe a different perspective.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't really give any opinions right now because I'm so conflicted with myself.
I understand. And this is what you're doing. What you're having is what they call an amygdala response. It's the same spots where you do fight and flight when you get opposite information of what you actually believe. And it's really, really hard to reconcile. So it's a lot, but learning is good and evolving is good. And when you know better, you do better. So I encourage you to give me a follow. It's not like I'm not doing that for self-serving, but I'm literally here 7 days a week talking about all of these issues. And you'll probably learn a lot just sitting in the comments listening.
Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind. I'll write that down too. I think I already did follow you because I think it was a requirement to get on here.
Oh, is it doing that again? Why is it doing that? That's probably why I haven't been getting up as many Trump supporters, because they don't want to follow me in order to come up into the box. But that's either a glitch or it's something new on TikTok. That's never been that way before. It's never been a thing. Never.
Yeah, because I've been on a lot of these type of lives before, and I've never seen it where you have to follow someone.
And I've checked all my settings and all of those things to see if I've accidentally pushed anything, or I can't. There's nothing that says where you have to follow me in order to get up in the box. I think it's crazy. I don't know. I've checked every single one of my settings. It's happened to me last week too. It's just weird. Real quick, Wendy, thank you for the $5. Or Thomas on YouTube wants to chat. Check out his comments. Well, Thomas, why don't you come over here on TikTok and come talk to me? Any other questions, or is that enough for today? Because I think that might be maybe it's a little too much, but I promise you the reason. Let me just say one more thing before you go. I've been on TikTok, so I would join panels like you're joining a panel on other creators. I never had my own. I never did my own lives, and there were so many. There was so much misinformation and disinformation on TikTok that I was like, oh my gosh, there's gotta, I want to have a live where everything is provable. There's sources, there's data, can be proven, all of those things. I just wanted to make sure that there was a place people could come. I have researched every one of these topics. If I say it out of my mouth, I've already researched it. I've already verified it. If it's my opinion, I'll tell you it's my opinion. Otherwise, everything I'm telling you is factual. And that's why I've told every single Trump voter, go fact check me. And if I'm wrong, you can come back and show me and prove to me I'm wrong, and I'll change my mind. And in over a year now, I haven't had a single Trump supporter ever come back and try to prove me wrong. I'm not saying that in an arrogant way. I do my homework because I want to be factual.
I got a lot to research, but
yeah. There's since you're following me, when you jump down, I have a lot of links in the link tree in my bio, a lot of information, including like a media bias chart that tells you what news organizations, if they're far right, center right, middle of the road, left leaning, far left. So you kind of can have, when you're looking up sources and stuff, it'll help you know which bias it's coming from. That's really important. But I have a lot of links in my link tree in my bio.
Yeah, I guess that's like what really started everything, because I don't really like politics.
Well, politics was going to dictate a lot of parts of your life. You probably should get interested.
I've heard that a lot too, but I've never really liked politics, so I've always gone off of information around the people around me or whatever I see on TikTok. And I'm really starting to see the importance of it.
Yeah. And you're young. I'm not saying, I'm not chastising you. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. When I was 21, I didn't give a flying rat's ass about politics. I should have. I was a mom. I should have. But I didn't come from a super political family. My whole family is MAGA. My mom, my dad, my brother, my estranged husband, my in-laws, they're all, I'm talking Kool-Aid drinking MAGA. They're not like you that's like, oh, I can have my mind changed. I'm talking hardline, believes every conspiracy theory out there. My family's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? So, I mean, I'm talking like way down the rabbit hole crazy. So I have had to research and do all of these things as I've gotten older. And as I've realized how much politics impacts your daily life. So.
Yeah, and it's not only you that I've been learning a lot about. I keep reading these comments. Just in case anyone who's added me in these comments that think I'm not reading it, I am reading it, and I'm also writing those down as well. Like,
there's gonna be haters all the time.
Yeah.
I get haters every day, so it's okay. I usually don't give Trump supporters a pass ever. I can be a rabid dog, okay? But I'm meeting your energy because you're respectful, you're listening, and you're receiving the information. It's very different when somebody comes up here and they're just combative and spreading all kinds of crazy shit. I can't have that, so I have to cut them off and then they get angrier. And this has been a very respectful conversation, which is why I'm talking to you in the manner that I am, because you don't deserve at this moment my ire, so you're being respectful. You're receiving the information. I'm happy to teach. I was always going to be a teacher growing up, but I got married 6 months out of high school and had kids. So I never did that. But I love that I have a chance to teach. And at this moment in time, we need people to give us the truth, because there is so much crap out there and so much misinformation, disinformation. People don't know what to believe. And so they tend to just believe what confirms their bias. So I think that you sound like you want to learn and that you want to understand what's happening. So that's why I'm giving you this time, because I feel like you deserve it and you're receiving it. And so I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I've always tried to be that way, which I guess has also kind of been my downfall with the people I've surrounded myself with. But
well, most of them come up here, call me every name in the book, call me grandma, call me an ugly fat whore, stupid cunt. I mean, like, I literally get called everything every day. So I'm naturally on the defensive when I bring up a Trump supporter. I'm ready for them to attack me, but you didn't. So I'm more than happy to share the information that I have and the truth that's of what's actually going on, so that maybe you can do the research, go research the stuff that I've given you. And like I said, come back. I'm here every single day from 4 to 7 Eastern. I know you're in California, right?
I'm in Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. But are you still Pacific, or are you Mountain?
Mountain.
Okay. So I'm here from 4 to 7 Eastern. So for you, from 2 to 5, I guess.
Gotcha.
But please do. You can just come in and listen. And if you ever have questions, come up and ask me more. I'm more than willing to help educate people who want the information.
Gotcha. I definitely will.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for me?
There's a lot I have to look up. I don't know. I can't really form an opinion right now.
Okay. Yep. No worries. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. But I appreciate you for receiving the information and actually going and doing the research, because that's what's going to let you know that what I'm telling you is truthful, and that you will be able to believe me going forward. That when I tell you something, I've already researched it. I know what I'm telling you is factual. That's why all of my followers that are in here, these people have followed me for a long time. And some of them would fact check me every single day. Like they're like, I'm fact checking this. They all, because I tell them to fact check me. And so finally now they come in and they know that whenever I say it, that they don't even feel like they have to fact check me anymore because it coincides with what's actually happening. So, I've built trust among this community, because, and if I'm ever wrong, I'm the first to admit it. Like, oh, I was wrong. So, I always promise you to be truthful.
Oh no, I agree with that 100%.
Well, thank you, Q. Thank you. I appreciate you truly. I honestly do. So I'll go ahead and drop you down and maybe hang out and listen if you want to. But I really do encourage you to come and listen. But I have a feeling you're going to be researching a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'll be listening when I do, just in case there's anything else that pops up that I can write down. But
okay.
100%, yeah.
Sounds great. Have a great rest of your day, Q. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. What a respectful young man. Wendy, real quick. Wendy, Deborah. Thank you for the $5 for the $5 challenge. Thank you so much. MAGA, did you vote for Trump?
This is Gen X leftist.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So this is my MAGA trolling account. I use this and I go in as
MAGA spandex,
and I spend a lot of time in the Baja. I was once the governor of the great state of Minnesota.
Oh my God.
I just mess with people. But he's not wrong. You are having that problem. Only followers can request up.
Why?
I don't know, because I never followed you on this account, and I was like, let me go see if she...
That's why I'm having trouble getting people up.
Yep. Because they have to be followers. I don't know what it is. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to see if there's a setting that we're
Okay.
so that we can get that resolved. But
thank you, honey.
Go ahead and drop me down because...
My God, I'm dying. Okay.
I know that you didn't know that it was me, and I was even worried that you wouldn't bring me up because I don't have 10 followers.
Oh, I didn't even realize this. That's so funny.
Yeah, but if 3 or 4 people could follow me,
no, you have 58 followers. You have 58 followers. Maybe now because I know it's you.
But yeah, this is. I come up saying the most random, absolutely out of pocket things. But go ahead and draw me down and see if we can get some ops up here.
All right, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you have over 138 now, so you're good. Everyone's following the shit out of you because they know it's you.
You guys are so sweet. I love you all. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome.
Thanks, Gen X. I love him. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you have to follow me in order, you can always unfollow me when you get out of the box. You can just unfollow me. If you voted for Donald Trump, yeah, his voice is so distinguishable. There's no way I would have ever not believed it. I would have known immediately. Larry, I don't see you on TikTok. Do you have it all? I am on TikTok. I'm live right now, Larry. I'm over here. Pretend it's a Tinder date. I mean, if you voted for Donald Trump, follow me so you can request up. And then when you drop down, you can unfollow me. Or if there's anybody over on TikTok that's MAGA or on YouTube that's MAGA, if you want to call in and talk to me and debate me, let me know in the comment section and I'll give you the call-in number. Because there's nobody over here on TikTok trying to come up right now. So, have you seen the TikTok Lite app? No. I don't know. Maybe if you invite them, I don't know. I don't But if you voted for Donald Trump, follow me, request up, and then you can unfollow me when you get down. But I'm looking to talk to some Trump voters. Come on up. Right. There's 760 plus people in here. Come on, guys. There's Trump voters in here. You can unfollow me after you get back down. Yeah, more suppression, right? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come up and talk to me. I know Polly has his phone number, and I put my phone number on there. Jennifer, thank you for the $20 Cash App. Dying about MAGA snowflakes upset with a follow. I put my number up the other day, and then I had this one guy that he was just crazy. And so I hung up, and he called back like 17 more times. I do have merch. I am in the link tree in my bio is my merch store. I do have merch in my merch store in the link tree in my bio. My Discord servers in the link tree in my bio. My link tree has all kinds of stuff in it. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. And if you guys ever have any suggestions for merch or sayings on t-shirts, hats, whatever, you can just send an email to diavatalks@gmail.com and give me your ideas. On the service that I'm using, I don't think that I can block their number while I'm doing. I was looking to find a way to silence them or block them. I haven't figured that out, so I might have to research that. Because I'm obviously not using my cell phone number. I'm using a Google Voice. I'm using a Google Voice. I'm sure the stock market doesn't like the fact that $535 billion is going to be cut in for Medicare. That came out at 1 a.m., which is exactly why they made the committee hearing at 1 a.m. They're trying to do it in the dark of night so nobody would know. I need a nope shirt. A glitter biscuit merch. What about Biden? All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. While you're live, hit guest setting, allow viewer. Okay, I Googled it. It says you're live. Hit guest setting, allow viewers to request. I don't have that option. That's not an option. I don't know what. Stage 4 TDS. How long do you have left? I don't know what that means. How much longer am I live? An hour and a half. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you over here on YouTube, if you are a Trump voter and you want to call in and debate me, I'll put the number in the comment section. Stage 4 Trump derangement syndrome. I know what TDS is. Democrats don't suffer from Trump derangement syndrome. Trump voters suffer from Trump derangement syndrome because they will twist themselves into fucking pretzels to defend him. They deck them out in merch. They buy Bibles and stickers and watches and perfume and decorate their cars and their boats. And oh my God, they're the ones who are completely deranged over Donald Trump. That's not us. Oh, did you see? Oh my God. Did you guys see that a Republican put a bill up for to classify or to study Trump derangement syndrome? designate Trump derangement syndrome as a mental illness or something like that. They're so dumb. They're so unserious. Oh my God. Oh my God, they're so dumb. Oh my God. They're so dumb. It's painful. It's painful. How utterly crazy they are. And put it in the DSM-5. Oh, I'm but they won't research cancer. Exactly. But yeah. Oh, where'd he go? Okay. That was crazy. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Coming up. They're so unserious. They're so unserious. Donald Trump is an idiot. His stage 9, Panther. Jesus fucking Christ. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you're a Trump supporter, if for some reason TikTok's making you follow me, so follow me. Yeah, I talked about no taxes on tanning beds earlier. So dumb. That bill is just incredibly insane. But you can unfollow me when you drop out of the box. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Just so you guys know, I have put the phone number on YouTube so Trump supporters can call in from YouTube or Twitch if they want to talk. They want to debate. I know. Fucking tanning beds. We're going to give tax breaks to the 10 people who still have tanning beds. Holy hell. Jerry Connolly did pass away. He was the one that was running for the Senate Majority Leader or House Minority Leader or something like that. I think I got it wrong. I can't remember what. And Nancy Pelosi pushed Jerry O'Connelly. He had been diagnosed with cancer. So instead of giving it to AOC, they gave it to, of course, this old white man. And he passed today. Jerry Connolly. He was one of the senior oversight committee. Thank you. Oversight committee. Instead of giving it to AOC, who's good, who's more in tune to the people, and who's really good at debating not debating, but like getting things across, they gave it to the old white man, and then he passed today. So I'm not mad at him. It's just, come on. Yeah, they knew he was sick. He was already diagnosed. I'm hoping that she gets it now, but it's like Nancy Pelosi needs to go. You gotta let the younger people in. They have an issue turning power over to the younger people. I think it's time for Nancy to go. They just want to keep the power structure with the boom. That's very typical of boomers, though. They're the original ladder pullers for progress. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm not talking about every boomer, but as a generation, it's largely true. There's always exceptions. Oh, Nancy's the silent generation. She's that old? Oh. I've always supported Nancy Pelosi. I just think it's time for her to go. Well, some people are getting their feelings hurt. They're like, oh, I'm so sick of them always going after boomers. Well, I don't mean everybody. There's always going to be exceptions. We just need younger. We need new energy. We need new thoughts. We need new ideas. And it's going to come from the younger generation. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. We got to progress this nation forward. Yeah, Bernie's ideas. You know, if they have their Project 2025, I say we have a Project 2029. Get rid of Citizens United, universal health care, universal pre-K, universal child care, free college. Get it all. Get it all. Get everything that they've been trying, that they've been like poo-pooing. Fuck them. Get it all in. Every bit of it. Every progressive fucking idea, all of it. Yep, fairness doctrine, bring that back. Get rid of Citizens United. Hell yeah, get it out. Make that wish list, baby. Change it all. Democrats ever have the House, Senate, and presidency? We need to ramrod it, every bit of it true. Bring back Roe v. Wade, or in another form is fine. You can let Roe v. Wade die, but codify it into law. Designate MAGA as a T group and send them to CCOT if they want to act up. It's not free. They're just using the taxpayers on us instead of giving it to millionaires, billionaires, and corporations. Use your tax dollars for your citizens, not for the billionaires and millionaires. It's not free. We're paying for it. Make it so felons can't run again. Make sure that, every single thing this fucker's done, make it illegal. Make such ironclad, there's no loopholes any little fucker could come along later and try to get in. Like this dick shit has. Age limits. Term limits. All of it. No insider trading, no insider trading for Republicans and Democrats. They should not have extra incentive or extra knowledge so that they can pad their pockets. Take away the whole president has immunity from everything they do. Fuck that shit. Fuck lobbying. Stop all the lobbying. Get the money. Yeah, I said free. Universal health care, universal child care. It means we don't have to pay out of our pocket. They'll use our tax dollars to provide it for us. Get money out of politics. Let them win on fucking merit. They like this meritocracy, which is why they overdid a DEI, because they want meritocracy because they don't know what DEI means. Make it on merit then. No money. When am I running? Yep. Cap corporate donors to like maybe 10 grand. Fuck, if they're gonna ramrod all this shit, take all our rights away. When we take I know DEI doesn't remove merit. That's what they think. They think it removes merit, but it doesn't, because they don't know what DEIA is. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I'm wanting to talk to you. There's nobody requesting. I even put the phone number to call in from YouTube. If you want to call in and debate me, you can call into the number. And everyone should be held accountable. People that participated in January 6th, the people that were giving tours, all the Republicans giving tours on January 5th, and all those people that were involved in January 6th, to jail. To jail. I think the most important thing we could do is designate MAGA a T group, a domestic T group. Let them slither back under the fucking rocks they slithered out from. Hey, they went and occupied a building and took over the Capitol and beat cops, unalive people, rubbed their shit all over the Capitol. They are a domestic T group. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Hey, Barrister. Haven't seen you for a hot minute. I mean, I see you Amanda's live, but it's good to see you in here. Thank you. If you're over there on YouTube, Cameron, you seem to have a lot to say. If you want to call in to the number, I'll debate you, or you can come over here to TikTok and I'll debate you. I posted the number. Oh yeah, I know. Hegseth or Kegstand led a Christian prayer group today in the Pentagon. We need to get that separation of church and state with a really fine line. Build a wall, build that wall, build that wall, build that wall, build that wall, right between the church and state. Religion has absolutely nothing to do with politics. They should never be intertwined. That's why the Constitution was really clear. All right, there's a flash goal of the Heart Me. There's 40 people need to send one heart, 40 different people. You got to get religion the hell out of government. And out of any laws that were established based on religion, got to be overturned. And we need Democrats that are willing to do it. All these old Democrats that have been in there for 30, 40, 50 fucking years, they're like, we have decorum and there's procedural. Fuck it. The Republicans have thrown it all out the window. They're not following anything. You got to go in there and be like rabid damn dogs too. I'm surprised the Pentagon didn't fucking burst in flames with their freaking Kegseth and their praying in the Pentagon. Fucking fake Christians anyway. Whatever the retirement age is to get Social Security, that should be the limit of you being able to serve in Congress. Go retire. Go live your life. So if they want to raise minimum wage or they want to raise the age to get Medicare and all that kind of stuff, that's the limit of how old you can be to serve. That's the only way we're going to progress as a nation. Term limits to SCOTUS. Expand the SCOTUS and term limit SCOTUS. Should never be a lifetime appointment. Yeah, Pete needs to be praying for God to put him in rehab. Isaac said, this is gross. Anyone else see the demon on her back? Because I'm preaching truth. And I'm preaching about how there should be no establishment of religion and government like the Constitution says. What a fucking demon I am. The demon is gorgeous. you. Thank you. Yep, and the members of Congress, yeah. Members of Congress should have Medicaid. Whatever the minimum is for the poorest people in the country, that's the insurance, that's the coverage they get in Congress. Their minimum wage, if they're not going to raise minimum wage, then they should have to work on minimum wage. They should get paid minimum wage for the hours they put in. The hours they put in. Not a yearly salary, hourly. Because half these people don't show up. They don't come in. They don't show up for their votes. They go home early. They get all kinds of weeks off all the time. Let them get paid minimum wage for the hours that they work. I guarantee you they would raise minimum wage pretty fucking fast. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah, like the lady that was missing for months and they found her in an Alzheimer's home or whatever and she had passed away. The fuck? Wasn't she from Texas? Punch that time clock. That's right. No free health care and pension. Whatever health care that the lowest the people in the country get, that's what they get. They can get a pension if they earn enough hours. Just because you start a job doesn't mean you get a lifelong pension. They got to earn it. There's no Trump voters. Are there any Trump voters over here on YouTube that want to call in? I posted the number. I'll post it again. There you go. There's a call-in number if you want to call in and debate me. If you made Congress salary was the minimum wage, they would raise it so fast. I just need 8 more people to send the little orange heart up there in the corner. It has to be different people. So if you've already sent it, it's not going to count it. I need 8 different people to send. It only cost you 1 coin. I'd appreciate it if you guys could knock that goal out for me. Right, the lowest wage at Walmart, exactly. Look at this atrocity. The GOP spending bill, $3.8 trillion in tax cuts. 2 million lose child tax credit, higher cap for SALT deduction, $490 billion in Medicare cuts, which the CBO came out and said is $535 million at the end of the day. Tighter Medicaid work requirements, 8 million would lose Medicaid coverage, and $300 billion in food aid. This is what Donald Trump is calling the beautiful bill. Something beautiful about this. This is bullshit. And then here, hold on. It ends tax credits for electric cars and clean energy. Like they just want to sick and die. They don't give a fuck about us. Hold on, I'm trying to fix my damn picture. Oh, well, I guess I'll stay like this. I'll just move over here. The no tax on tips is just for cash. Increases military spending by $150 billion. These people have not passed an audit for 8 years. They haven't passed an audit for like 8 years. And you're going to give another $150 billion. Oh, and $175 billion in new immigration spending. I thought they didn't want to spend money on immigrants. What? Cut student loan spending by $330 billion and increases the deficit $2.3 trillion and raises the debt limit by $4 trillion. And Caroline Levitt, Carolyn, yesterday during a press conference, somebody said, aren't you worried about it adding to the deficit? She goes, oh, it doesn't add to the deficit at all. It's going to save $1.6 billion. Just straight fucking lying. Just straight lying. No tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, all that. None of that's in there. And this, no tax on tips is just cash. Just cash. Anthony, thank you for the $5 Venmo. Anthony's given a $5 challenge for a thundercunt demon of truth. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony is doing a $5 challenge to help support my live. That if you want to support my live, he's challenging everyone watching to send $5 to my Cash App or Venmo that's over here on this little yellow banner. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Nope, not in there. No tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, no tax on, none of them are in there. Right. Most people don't report their cash tips. That's why it's really a nothing burger. That's kind of the point. Like, that's kind of the point. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Oh, and I put this little nugget because they're always like, I voted for him for the economy. Let's play Who Increased the Deficit? Reagan, $7.4 billion. Bush Sr., $400 billion. Bush Jr., $1.5 trillion. Trump, $7.8 trillion. Who decreased the deficit? Clinton, by $236 billion and created a surplus. Obama, $125 billion. Biden, $1.4 trillion. Trump's tariffs 2025 costing Americans over $700 billion. Not foreigners. Dar, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
55, Minnesota.
All right. What did you want to say?
Just sort of regarding my vote. I don't know. The idiot was talking too much, doing stupid stuff. Not really happy.
Well, that's refreshing. What do you think about them scheduling this last Ways and Means Committee or whatever at like 1 a.m. this morning?
It's just stupid. I don't know. They're trying to sneak stuff in.
Do you know what they tried to sneak in? Did you hear? Did you hear what they tried to sneak in from the CBO?
Yeah.
$535 billion in Medicare cuts. I'll be 53 in 8 days. I wanted to retire like in the next probably 10, 15 years, like probably you too. You said you're 55 and fucking $535 billion.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just way too much spending in this bill.
Let me ask you, what was the line? What made you start regretting your vote? Like, what was the thing that was like, shit, what the fuck?
More or less the really right now it's the tariffs because it's affecting where I work. We can't get product in.
Yeah, unfortunately for Trump supporters, usually that they don't care if they. And know what? I'm not trying to be a dig to you, I promise. But usually to Trump supporters, unless it affects them personally, they don't care. Like if they think it's going to hurt someone else, they don't really care. But as soon as it affects them, then they start to care. And I've noticed that that's a pattern. And no shade, but I'm just saying that seems to be a pattern for most Trump supporters. They don't really, once it hits them, then they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I've followed you for quite a while. I mean, I think what was it, May of last year? I think I followed you in like June or July.
And I warned you this was all going to happen. Why didn't you listen?
I don't know. My biggest thing was Walt's. he's really screwed over Minnesota a little bit. But anyhow,
He's actually done really great things for Minnesota. However, even if you think he's screwed over, he still would be better than Donald Trump. Now that you see what Donald Trump is doing.
Yeah,
And vice presidents don't have control. Vice presidents don't have control. They're kind of like the supporting role.
I know. Anyhow, yeah, it's just frustrating. The tariffs they need to happen so quickly, and he needs to shut his mouth and just do his job.
I agree. Can you not?
Anyhow,
May I have a question? Can you not get product at all, or is the product just more expensive now, or can you just not get it at all?
yeah, it's just delayed. We can get it. It's just taking a while to get through all that BS.
Are you going to vote in the midterms?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that since I started watching you, you've opened my eyes a little bit. And I mean, I'm 55 years old. I haven't paid that much attention to politics, and that's my own fault. So I really thank you, Val, Jim, your whole crew there, and yeah, it's something else.
Well, thank you for saying that, and thank you for finally listening. It seems like it was a little hard-headed there. It took a long time, but but I really do appreciate it. Like, I mean, I do see you here, and I'm glad that you're willing to at least open your mind and you're willing to maybe vote Democrat in the midterms to kind of right this ship.
Yeah, I mean, something's got to happen.
Yeah.
He's going to get himself impeached. You just watch out. You just watch.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping that we can take back the House and the Senate so we can impeach and remove him. Yeah, that's what we have to do. And if JD Vance starts doing the same thing, we'll impeach and remove him.
Right. And the biggest thing that I've really learned from you guys is the immigration side of it. That's really opened my eyes.
Yeah, it's not such a boogeyman as everyone thinks it is it?
Right. Anyhow, I'm going to lose you. I'm in central Minnesota, so.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming up and telling me that. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. You guys have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Yep.
That was nice. My work here is not for nothing. And just so you guys know, as I've told you before, I hope Trump voters get everything they voted for times 10. However, like Obama told us, we need people on our side. So we have to make room for the people that are waking up. Will they have to prove themselves by their actions, by actually voting, by actually doing the things, all that kind of stuff? We don't have to kumbaya with them right away. It is so hard. I feel you. I feel you in every ounce of my being. Yesterday, I fucking crashed the hell out yesterday. Okay? It takes a toll. I feel it too. But we have to make room. Obama told us we have to make room for the awakening. Some of you can't do that. That's okay. But we need the numbers on our side. And we told you, as more shit rolls out and as more harmful stuff is done and it starts affecting people, people are going to start to defect. And I believed Obama when he's like, we have to make room for the awakening. He said the like MAGA chuds, they're never going to change and they're never going to come over and we're never going to kumbaya with them. Okay. And I won't either. But there's going to be And I know that you guys can do what you will. You guys are all individuals. You don't have to. I know some people are like, yeah, fuck you, I ain't doing it. And that's cool. I get it. And I'm that way most of the time. As you guys know as well. I'm always like, I hope you get what you voted for times 10. I hope you go fucking bankrupt. But, you know, if there's people that are willing to be like, yeah, I messed up. Shit. Yeah. Go ahead. Yep. Damn. We need the numbers. Annie, thank you for the $5 Venmo towards the $5 challenge. Thank you, Diava. Thank you so much. Jennifer, thank you for the $5. Thanks for the entertainment, even without the MAGA. Thank you. See, I can be entertaining even without MAGA. All right, this is the time in the show. It's after 6. So anybody can request that. If you voted for Trump, if you voted for Harris, if you didn't vote at all, if you're in another country, if you voted third party, if you regret your vote, literally anybody can come up. Oh, check my Cash App. Okay, hold on. I didn't get notification I had any Cash Apps. Let me change it. I don't want to screw anybody. Thank you, Sassy. Come on. Load up. Andrea, thank you for the $5 Cash App for new military bill for the stupid Golden Dome. Oh, I know. That's another $175 billion he wants to add. Like, Jesus Christ, man. For reducing spend. Where's that going to come from? We've already hit the debt ceiling. Oh, trillion? Oh, my Jesus Christ. Oh, my Jesus. Fuck. Where's that going to come from? A big Golden Dome. He probably thinks it's going to be like a stadium. There's going to be an actual dome. He does realize that the dome over Israel, there's no fucking dome. It's just a dome of protection. We already have it. Can't fix stupid. Can't fix stupid. Churches, I'll add to that list. Churches who want to be political and try to tell their people who to vote for automatically lose all their tax exempt status. Nobody wants to talk to me today? The only way I would say churches don't need to pay taxes unless they do lose their tax exempt status. I typically would agree, but then they would have a voice. And we don't want the church to have a voice in politics. If they're paying taxes, then they have a voice. No. Oh, here comes all my friends. Today was a good live. 2 Trump voters that regretted their decision. What a good live today.
I know. Total paradigm shift from yesterday. It's my daily check-in with Diava time. How are you?
Right? Yesterday I crashed the fuck out. And
I thought it was a beautiful fucking crash out, by the way.
Thank you. I mean, I did have some beverages. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, you and me both.
I was like, fuck this shit. And then my mom, then I get a phone call from my brother, which my MAGA brother never calls me. We don't talk. And I also know that Tuesday night is pickleball night for my mom. She plays pickleball. And so I'm like, I bet she got hurt. Because I've been warning her. I said, the number one thing that brings elderly people into the emergency room right now is pickleball. I swear to God, because their bones can't take the falls. And so it was sure enough, it was my brother, and she was in the emergency room, and she broke her arm. And so she was in the emergency room. They gave her some substances for the pain. They wrapped it all up. She came home, woke up this morning, and the church thrift store, the church that they go to, they have a thrift store, and they use the money that they get from the thrift store to help homeless people and people that are hungry and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm here for that.
Yeah. She's at least doing that part of the Christians that she should be doing. She woke up this morning. She usually works at the thrift store. She volunteers, but she works there for free, but she volunteers anyway. She volunteers there on Mondays and Wednesdays, sometimes on Sundays, but she goes from 10 to 2. So I thought for sure she's not going to go to the thrift store today because she just fucking broke her arm yesterday and it's not even set yet because she hasn't got in with an orthopedic.
Right. Oh, no, she went, huh?
Well, my son called me and he's like, can you please tell me Nana didn't go to the thrift store today? I'm like, I don't think she did. She just broke her friggin' arm yesterday. And he's like, yeah, well, you know how she is. You might want to check. And I go, why? And he's like, the thrift store's on fire. It's completely engulfed in flames.
So she's okay, yeah?
One of the church members got there before that was supposed to open. Saw that the whole place was consumed by fire, called my mom and told her, don't come.
Oh, well, thank God, or thank Allah, or thank whoever.
So my mom has had a really rough 24 hours.
Yeah. In the chat, Jennifer, that took a hard turn.
I know. And so my son was calling me. He's like, I hope Nana didn't go because the whole thrift shop's up in flames. I'm like, oh shit. So I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, are you home?
Right. Can you please not leave before I have to figure something out with you?
I'm like, are you home? She's like, yes, I'm home. And I'm like, okay. I said, you didn't go to the thrift store, right? And she's like, no. She said, there was a fire when they got there and they called me and told me not to come. I'm like, yes, that's what I was calling about because I was hoping that you didn't go because the whole place, and it's a total loss. I drove by there when I went to pick up lunch for the kids. It's a total loss. Like it's gutted. And there were police there when I went by, which makes me think it's a criminal investigation.
Yeah, sounds like a little investigation. Huh?
Yeah. So she's like, she goes, it will hurt because she was crying when I called her. And I said, I'm going to Wendy's. The kids want Wendy's. So would you like me to pick you up a Frosty? So I knew she was upset and she broke her arm. Like she's having a rough 24 hours.
But who doesn't need a chocolate Frosty?
Right. So she's like, yes, please. And when I called her, she was crying. She's like, yes, please. And so I picked up a Frosty. And brought it back to her. And when I tell her I got it back today, she said it was a total loss. And she's like, I think this will hurt me worse if somebody did it on purpose because all we do is good work. And I didn't say this to her because she's grieving right now, like very upset because it was a labor of love for her. It gave her a purpose. It gave her something to do and she felt like she was doing something for the community. So she's just really feels devastated. But I told Ava, I said, if it was arson or whatever, a lot of people are pretty pissed off at organized religion and Christianity right now.
Ding, 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 ding.
And they do know it's run by the church. It's obvious it's run by the church. So I'm like, I could understand. Not that I'm condoning it at all, but I'm just like, that's why. That might be why they set fire to it.
100%. And speaking of that, I know you say your entire family is MAGA, right? I'm
yes.
Essentially in the same boat, so I can't wait to have a conversation later with my family, just to see if they've paid attention to this big beautiful fucking bill.
I know my parents don't, because all they watch is Fox News and OAN and Newsmax. So
I'm slowly getting my mom back on this side, thankfully.
So they're not going to be up there talking about, oh my God, there's 535 bills. It's going to be a blip on the screen.
Mm-hmm. And my parents are right about the age that they're getting ready to, be eligible for Medicare.
My parents are pushing 80.
So
they're old.
Very, very interesting.
And they would have no income without Medicare.
That's crazy. And people are just like, please, sir, may I have some more, Trump?
Yeah. And Social Security.
Jesus.
Because you
Oh,
pay
this fucking
for
time you
Medicare.
get-
You pay for Medicare out of your Social Security check. So if you get cut from Social Security, you're also going to lose your Medicare. $535 billion cut from Medicare. That's why they scheduled it at 1 a.m. because they were hoping to do it in the dark of night.
Of course. $535 billion canyon. I mean, and provisions in there for his golfing trips.
Mhm.
Great.
Oh yes, Cindy.
Just a wonderful world.
Real quick, I'm so sorry, Cindy. Yes, I was trying to block a MAGA yesterday on YouTube, and I accidentally blocked you. So I will go on YouTube when I get off tonight. I totally forgot. I did accidentally block you from YouTube yesterday, but I'll go unblock you. I was trying to block a MAGA, and then somebody posted, so it moved up, and I accidentally blocked you, and it wouldn't let me undo it. So I got you, Cindy. Let me write it down. So I'll.
And Cindy, you're not alone. Cindy, you're not alone because I too got accidentally blocked from a live this morning and had to go into the Discord and say, "Hey, excuse me, why the hell did you block me?"
YouTube
so
block.
But
Yeah, it's definitely
taken care of.
it was definitely a mistake. I wrote it down because I'll forget.
Well, I won't keep you. Just
Thank you.
Say hi. You said no one was in the queue, so figured
Yeah.
I would jump up and just check in, see how you're doing.
Thank you so much. And Dar, yeah, you can come back up if you want to say something. Thank you, Wes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you,
Of
friend.
course.
Bye.
No problem.
Also, $800 billion from Medicaid and $300 billion from food assistance. Yeah, all of that to give tax cuts to the billionaires and the corporations. Doesn't that just fill you with all kinds of warm and fuzzy? Wendy, hello.
Hi, Diava.
How are you, love?
Hi. You know what? It's like a breath of fresh air when you talk to somebody and they civilize.
I know,
like,
right?
Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh, is somebody who voted for Trump actually having a civil conversation with Diava without calling her name?
And I got to be teacher. I got to be teacher Diava. Like I got to be teacher Diava instead of crashing out. Yeah, it was great.
But okay, I just want to say how funny it is, how I'm seeing all of this stuff about the Annabelle doll and people saying, take it to the White House, take it to the White House, take it to the White House. Because they're thinking because of the Annabelle doll, all this stuff is going around and happening and stuff. But I was like, take it around, take it to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Take it. I'm like, take it, let them get it.
Is it okay? Wait, I don't watch horror movies at all because they scare the shit out of me. Who's Annabelle?
Okay, so Annabelle in the 70s, it was a possessed doll.
Okay.
So in the movie, you see this horrific doll, but really it was a Raggedy Ann doll.
Okay.
And so the people who exercised it or whatever had it in a wooden box, and every month a priest would go in and throw holy water on it and everything to keep the evil spirits out. And so it says, do not touch this box, do not let this dog out of this box. And the people who had it originally, they died, of course, because they were old and unalive. I'm sorry, passed on. And so I guess the person who has control over the museum and stuff, that they had collect all other spiritual possessed things. They're going around the country with this Annabelle doll, and things are happening.
Did they come to Florida?
No, they went to Louisiana. They went to New Orleans the same day that plantation caught on fire, and the same day those felons escaped the prison.
Oh my
and
word!
Then they said something happened bad in San Antonio after the doll showed up there. So I was like, people are like, won't you just take it to Pennsylvania Avenue, please? Pennsylvania Avenue.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah. So, but I just wanted to say it was a breath of fresh air.
It It was.
Really enjoying the conversation, and it was not one but two that I heard, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I know, I'm like, is hell freezing over tonight?
I know, right? But okay, you can drop me down. Have a great day.
Thank you, honey.
I love hearing your content.
I think they needed to go to.
All right, bye-bye.
They could also send it to Mar-a-Lago. Just saying. Somebody's like, do they play pickleball? Oh my God. Just D, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Diava?
I'm good. Today was a much better day than yesterday.
You know, I caught your live yesterday.
Woo!
I was driving through our lovely state of Florida. Ha ha hee hee. I was actually close to your neck of the woods, but anyways, my nephew graduated from high school.
Nice.
Yeah. But I probably would have called you yesterday.
My nephew
Literally
graduated
driving.
this weekend. Yeah.
And that was so emotionally. Oh my gosh, I felt it all. That's all I'm gonna say. But it was a warranted crash out. I would have done the same. You handled it very well because I would have got ugly. You didn't. I don't think you got ugly. So I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you for that, because I thought I was like. It's like, you can only take so much. Like, I know people ask me every day, like, I don't know how you do this every day. And I'm like, well, it caught up to me yesterday, okay?
Yeah. But between your, because like I said, I was driving several hours, but between your live and Johnny's live, I mean, it's all the same. They are nuts.
They're nuts.
They are crazy. Like, I could not believe. It's just like, I ain't going to say what I really want to say, but I just feel like, why don't you just tell us the real reason why this is all happening? You know it, I know it. Nobody's gonna really say it until they do. That's coming soon too. I'm waiting for that. But it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. And I was a little bit down because of President Biden and his diagnosis.
Yeah.
My sister is a cancer survivor. She had a very serious form of cancer. She is still with us, thank God. God is good, but the people are just so heartless. So nasty, and it's just like, listen.
And that's what gets to me. That's what gets to me is the inhumanity.
Yeah, because I don't care who it is, even the current person, occupant of the White House. I don't wish that on anybody, and I really, really mean that. And sometimes when I get a little frustrated with the current occupant of the White House, I feel like I have to pray about it because, like, I don't want that to be the reason why I don't get in. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna let him be the reason I don't get in the doors of heaven. Okay, so I have to fight for that. But it's just, it's just so sad. And like I said, I live in our lovely state of Florida, so I'm just in a constant state of depression, anyways. So, but I just wanted to tell you, I was really, really proud of you. I thought what went down yesterday totally warranted, and just know we all love you. And who
Thank
cares
you.
About these other sleaze bags, like for real.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support.
All right. Well, you have a good day.
You too, hon. Thank you. Oh, my nose itches like crazy. Thank you, Tara, for the kind words in the comment section. That was really nice. Today kind of felt like my work has mattered. Like people have been listening. Dar, right here. Dar, I see one to come back up. He is a Trump voter who regrets it. And so, he said he's been listening to us for a long time. And, I've changed his mind and stuff on immigration and other things. So it made me feel like at least what I'm doing here was not for nothing, Anyway, Dar, you wanted to come back. So what did you wanted to add?
Just a question on the $535 billion on the Medicare.
Uh-huh.
I listened to a couple lives today, and they said that's not really in the bill, but there's so much spending on the bill that the 2010 what the heck is it called, Pay As You Go Act gets enacted since there's so much spending, and that's why it's getting taken away.
Well, it's the pay as you go, I think is what it's called. But the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, which is a nonpartisan, they're the ones who parse through the bills or whatever. And they said that that's what would happen. So it would be $535 billion cut from Medicare. And that's the kind of the bombshell that came out. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess that's all I have to say. I just wanted another person's look at it too. So.
Yeah. If you join my Discord, okay. What did you say?
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say in the Discord server, for those that are in my Discord server, if you want to join it, there's a link tree in my bio where you can join the Discord server. Under the live chat channel, I have put the entire 1,116 page bill. So if you're looking for specific keywords, it's easier to do like a Control F to find, and it'll find those words throughout that bill. So you don't have to try to go through all 1,000 pages. But you can find keywords that will help you get to the section that you want to read. So it's in my Discord. The PDF link is in there, and you can read it yourself and look through it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dar.
Yep. Yeah, have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Yeah. Thank goodness I have those days where people tell me I made a difference. You don't know how much that helps my mental health. And then I feel like I'm doing something that matters. So I'm not just up here every day for futilely, like just nothing. Deb, you finally connected. Are you there? Deb? All right. Nelson, is that you that has the echo? Yeah, a little bit.
I don't think so.
There's a little one, but not too bad.
I don't know why. Okay. I just wanted to come on to say, for the first time, I heard a Trump voter who has some sense. I have to give WCQ today.
Right?
He actually, yes, I loved it.
Yeah, and it's because he was receptive to listening. He wasn't trying to combat me and be contrarian and all of those things. He was actually genuinely listening. And I think that's why I had the patience that I had, because he was actually wanted to know wanted to learn. So.
He was asking the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciate it. I gave him a couple of W's. But that's what I wanted to jump on to say.
Thanks, Nelson.
That he was really good.
Thank you. I wish you'd found me before the election too. Really wish you would have found me before the election. Mitria, can you come up and do a quick commercial? I've got to go to the bathroom. I can't believe I've made it 2.5 hours without going to the bathroom. But now it's hit me.
Yeah, I got you.
Now I got to go. Thank you, honey.
We're good. No problem. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all having a good day. We've got 461 people in here, and we're at 400,000 likes. That's incredible. Just keep up the good work. Hit that screen as much as you can. We have 811 shares. Keep that up also if you're able to. Don't forget, if you have not done your daily heartbeat, to throw that out there. And as always, please, if you can, contribute to the gifting goal. Right now it is the finger snaps or the heart snaps. Hi, everybody. She still needs more of those to complete this goal. If you can, if you'd like to do more, consider subscribing per usual. You can also directly donate to her at Diavatalks at Venmo or Cash App. I think there's just a $2 challenge going on right now, but you can send whatever you're able to if you'd like to. And then, as always, don't forget the merch store in the link in her bio. I do hope that everybody is doing well. And I'm glad that you brought up the Annabelle doll, because that has been kind of crazy. Hi, everybody who I have not said hi to yet. Thank you for the gifts. I hope everybody is doing well today on this fabulous hump day. I'll be honest, though, it's not very nice here, so I'm just kind of inside lounging around personally.
Thank you for the roses.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I couldn't run this time. I'm a little slow going right now.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Thank you so much. Is there anything I know you didn't request up. I asked you to come up, but is there anything you want to say while you're up here?
You know what? I will say, I was just about to request actually anyway. And I'm going to piggyback off what Andrea said in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
You help people every single day.
Oh.
So I know that sometimes it may not feel like it.
It does a lot of times.
You definitely help everybody every day.
Thank you.
There's people that come here specifically to hear you and maybe to watch MAGA get dunked on, but a lot of people come here just to hear what you have to say and hear what you got to go over. I believe the majority of us are pretty positive that you're informed. So we all appreciate and love you for that, and you make it easier to digest. So
thank you. I appreciate
you
that.
always make a difference. Yes, of course.
But you have to. But you can probably see it from my
birthday.
Huh?
We have to get there and talk about your birthday. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. Yeah, my birthday's next Thursday. So yeah, my mom will not be playing pickleball anymore. My mom will also not be bowling. She bowls on a league on Thursday nights. She can't be bowling anyway. She can't be bowling for probably at least a couple of months. So my mom is very active for being 78. Like she's pretty physically like healthy. But yeah, she's going to be out of commission for a little bit. But yes, my birthday's on Thunder Cunt Thursday. Show is.
That's right. I love it.
But yeah, my birthday's next Thursday, and so yeah, I'd like to have a party and do what we did for my anniversary because that was so much fun. And like fuck MAGA, and
correct. Yeah, I'll start putting some stuff together. I don't mind.
If you don't mind, I would. That was you did such a wonderful time last time. So
yeah, we'll have some fun.
I really enjoyed it. So
I don't know how we can play pin the tail on the MAGA, but I'll try.
You mean pin the tail on the jackass? No, I'm just kidding.
That too.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Dr. Keisha. But yeah, yeah, we're almost up to 500 million likes today. Y'all keep going. You can get me to 500 million in the next 30 minutes. It was my mom's dominant hand. My mom is right-handed, and it was her right hand that she broke, her arm. She broke the radius, which is the bigger bone that connects your wrist to your elbow, from what I understand. Dr. Keisha, she'll correct me if I'm wrong. That's the bone my mom broke playing pickleball last night. So, anyway, anything else?
Never any fun.
I know.
No, but I mean that'll do it. Just know that you are most definitely appreciated.
Thank you so much.
And you're in people's daily lives for a reason.
Thank
so
you.
we love you, and happy belated, Dr. Keisha. We love you too.
Absolutely.
But no, you can drop me. I'm just finishing up my show here, so.
Yep, I figured. That's why I don't want to freak you up.
Oh no, you're good.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I made it 2.5 hours without having to go to the bathroom. I thought I did really good. Shoot, I don't even play pickleball. My mom's like, you should come play pickleball with us. I'm like, I would fucking die now. I'm out of shape. I mean, I know round is a shape, but sorry. Since I started working from home, I have gained so much weight because I'm not walking all day, every day like I was. When I was working at the medical natural pharmacy. We used to have to take patients back individually, and I would get over 10,000 steps a day in, and I was in pretty decent shape. Since working from home, I don't do shit, so it's like I probably would unalive on the pickleball court in like first 5 minutes. Boxer Mom, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing, Diana?
All right.
Well, thank you for having me up. I appreciate it.
All right.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to get my energy level up. But first, also, I want to get a shout out to everybody. Take time right this minute. If you have not followed the Medical Collective on YouTube and Substack, please do so. She needs that really bad so that she can continue spreading information to us that we need.
Yeah.
So we need to boost her up, her subscriptions or what have you. Okay?
Yep.
Everybody do that. That would be excellent because I, for one, don't want that podcast to go away.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is a little bit of a smart one. Bobo and my dog's Burton Ranger and the pack made up the deal for us today.
Okay.
If dogs were in the world, a snarl from the species that still has a soul. By the pack of Berkside truth off leash and out for blood. We've been quiet. We've rolled over. We've played unalived. But now we're growling. Because y'all two-legged disasters have turned Earth into a flaming porta potty with a flag stuck in it. And you've got the audacity to call it freedom. You elect leaders with the emotional intelligence of a dropped burrito. You call it policy. We call it a circus where the clowns are armed and allergic to reading. You scream about family values while kids starve in schools, mothers bleed in bathrooms, and billionaires launch penis rockets for tax breaks. You've got more thoughts and prayers than you have laws that protect actual lives. But hey, at least your AR-15 is safe, right? You kind of look like a rescue pup. Too bad it never learned to fetch compassion.
Right.
We dogs stiff each other's butts and somehow still have more social grace than Congress. You can't even share a sidewalk without a turf war, a Facebook brand, and someone crying about being canceled because Starbucks used the wrong holiday cup. Growl the hell up. We lick our wounds and we move on. You people turn paper straws to a civil war. If we were in the world, healthcare would be universal. If your leg's broken, we lick it. You don't need a copay for basic decency. Housing, every creature deserves a warm place to curl up. Not one damn soul should sleep on concrete while landlords hoard luxury apartments like chew toys. And food, we'd fix that day one. You know they would. Nobody starves on the dog's watch. Okay, we bring you dead or unalive squirrels just because we love you. What have your billionaires ever brought you? A discount on prime shipping and a union busting memo? You think you're evolved? We bury bones, you bury rights. We snip boom booms, you elect them. We remember your sin for life. You forget your neighbors the moment a pundit tells you they're other. We guard the door. You storm the Capitol in fur pelt. Sticky patriotism is cosplay, and treason is a content. You say dogs are simple. Yeah, we're just consistent. We don't pretend loyalty. We don't fake compassion. We don't smile to your face and then sell your soul for a lobbyist check and a photo op. If we ran things, Congress would be one big dog park. No yelling, just butt sniffing and mutual respect. The only walls we build would be around puppy nap time. And it would be passed with a bark form, not corporate donations and gerrymandered BS. You want to call us man's best friend, then act like you deserve it. Because right now, you don't. Right now, we're watching the world burn while you argue over who lit the match. And the saddest part, you had all the brains, all the thumbs, all the power, and used it to destroy everything but your ability to defect blame. So we bark because silence would mean complicity. We growl because you forgot what it means to protect each other. And we fight because someone has to fight for the voiceless when you muted your own empathy. we ran the world, you'd still get belly rubs, but only if you earned them. And spoiler alert, America, you have not. You're on a dang timeout. So join the movement, mark the hydrants, raise your tails, and tell the humans that's this.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Was it?
I loved it. Someone in the comments just said it was their favorite so far.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
It's so good.
I needed kind of to be surrounded by our friends, and family here, and everybody in the comments. Today, I'm going to get this out just a second. Today, we put my dad in the hospital.
Oh.
That's why I'm kind of like trying to find some energy.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sending you a giant virtual hug. I'm so sorry. I know that's such a difficult decision.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately it's the only option. Like he's done everything he can, but like it's also in his bone and his ribs and stuff, and it's like that. It's like that rib cage in that bottom lobe of her lung is like collapsing, and they're just kind of everywhere. And so, yeah. I mean, the doctor was like, my dad went through a lot, and he goes, most people can't handle what I threw at you, and you did, But anything beyond what's going on, with any other treatment, like put you in ICU, then that's a whole other issue,
right?
That he doesn't want. So yeah. So I told my parents, I said, guess he's moving back home.
Oh.
So they laughed, and
sometimes laughter is the way to get through shit. I mean, it's not fun, but
yeah,
when it's shitty,
he's in good spirits.
Good. I'm glad. I said when it's shitty, like it kind of feels but if you laugh a little bit, sometimes it helps,
Yeah, he thought it was funny that I said I was moving back in. But if you saw everything I brought today, you probably think something to be here for life.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, I'm glad that you're able to do that. I mean.
Oh man, me too. And my husband, he's not a farmer by any means. That's not even, his occupation's totally different. But he's been cutting my dad's hair, and he ordered some stuff, and so we're gonna tidy it up. But I don't know. I just think that's so special,
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I hope you find some peace.
Yeah. Well, my niece is in Ireland, which is his granddaughter, and she'll be back on Sunday because it was for class, and my dad would not allow her to cancel that trip. He wanted her to go. So I'm real thankful that she'll be on one on Sunday because the doctor said probably just a few weeks.
Okay.
Or something like that. So
anyway, I'm so sorry.
Not to bring it down, but that's the only thing I was trying to say was like that. Why my energy's low. But I thought that would be a good one, and thank y'all for everything and let me come up here to y'all.
Of course. I'm so sorry. But we're here to help and surround you with love and give you our thoughts and prayers for those who pray and stuff like that. So typically, I know just in my past experience of people that I've known, usually they get very good care in hospice. So.
Yes, they came over today, for the first visit, and they were really super nice and good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I told them that they're very special people because I don't know how they do that.
I don't either. I'm too emotional. I couldn't do it.
I don't want to take up any more time. You probably got other people.
That's okay. Thank you.
Please don't forget to follow Dr. You got to go to the medical collective because I, for one, don't want that podcast going away. And we need to support her. She's giving out great information that we
Well, the CDC's not giving us either, so we gotta. She puts out information that the people that are supposed to be putting it out aren't putting it out.
Exactly, right?
Right.
But, well, I'll drop down, but thank you, everybody. Gifts and likes and all that. So,
Of course. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
You're welcome, honey. Ugh, that made my heart. It's sad. My uncle's on hospice. I know that's nowhere near your parent, so I know how I feel about my uncle being on hospice, and it's kind of toward the end, and it's really sad. So I feel for you. Hi, Purple Ranch.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You did such a good job today.
Oh, thank
So
you.
proud.
Thank you.
You took those two potentially lost souls and turned them possibly around. And I was so proud of you. I was not
Thank
here
you.
for yesterday's. So
I crashed out yesterday. Total crash out.
That happens often to me, so don't feel bad. I'm glad you actually got to crash out. Because
Hey, I crashed out, got it over with, had it.
You can preach on that now because you've been there, right?
But my crash outs are always about humanity and like the inhumanity of these people and the grotesqueness and all that kind of stuff. So, it's different than them crashing out on hate. I crashed out because it's just, and that's what, people always ask me, like, how do you do this every day? Oh my God, I could never do it. Da, da, da. I'm like, well, yesterday I crashed out.
You get tired of hearing the hate.
Yes.
And so do we. And
Yeah.
it's just, thank God you're here. That's all I can say.
Oh, thank you.
You did such a great job today. I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. I wanted to say hey to Demetria. She's gone now.
She had to get ready for her show.
Yeah, right. And I wish I had the mind to pin whatever Boxer Mom has. It's just amazing.
It's a gift.
And it's a gift. It's a total gift.
That's what I told her. I said, you have a gift of wordsmithing, or the way that you create the words that are powerful and meaningful, even when they're funny.
Absolutely, yeah. Anything funny, even as she does, has the meaning.
She's just really got a gift.
You have a lot of great followers. And
I do. I'm the best on the internet.
So, but I just wanted to tell you, you did a great job today.
Thank
Bravo
you.
you. Go get yourself a bag of popcorn from that movie theater.
Right? Oh, you just, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
You did a great show today.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And I will check in with you again tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
I love you so much. Have a great evening.
You too, honey. Thank you. So nice. I have the best followers on this whole app. Thank Jesus for Trump. Oh, fucking A. Read the room. Dumb bitch. Hi, Maisie Mike. Sorry. Fucking A, man. God. So fucking tone deaf.
Right? Jesus has nothing to do with Trump.
Jesus would kick that bitch out of heaven faster. He would reverse. He'd be like, yeah, no. I smite thee.
Right. They're the antithesis of each other.
Oh my God.
That's funny. No, I just wanted to say, I jumped up because I heard about Boxer Mom and the unfortunate situation there in hospice.
Oh, that was heartbreaking. Yes. Ugh.
Yeah, just wanted to share my experience. My mom, before she passed, was in hospice. She had a rare brain disease. It was about 6 years ago now, but hospice is amazing. They in-home hospice came in, brought her a hospital bed. They came in and fed her, and they gave her a bath and everything. They were amazing people. I just can't say enough how hospice really helps a person leave with dignity. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's just, and she was on it for almost like 9 months. So before she passed, and it was quite a long time, but they were the most wonderful angels.
hard.
Like that, it's very, very hard. And even it's coming, when once it hits,
exactly.
It's all over. It's like a brick wall, a ton of bricks right on top of you. So
yep.
I know what you're going through. I feel for it. Yeah. I feel for it. I just wanted to say that I just wanted to reach out and say, Dr. Mom, thinking about you for sure. So,
that was very nice of you, Mike. Thank you.
Just wanted to share my experiences. And like I said, if Dr. Mom, if you ever needed someone to talk to, feel free to reach out to me because I will definitely lend an ear for you.
That's so generous of you, Mike. You're such a sweetheart.
Just try to spread some love because we all need love. And just also wanted to say to you, Diava, too, that wonderful job with those two people today.
Thank
Especially
you.
that cute guy. You could tell that he was really, really, really taking notes. I could hear him taking notes.
That's why I mean, I know, for the most part, people don't have much love for Trump supporters, as neither do I. But you could tell he was genuine and he was open-minded and he was asking good questions. So, at first I thought he was being a little disingenuous, but then as I started talking to him and I realized he wasn't.
Right.
I thought he was going to crash out oh yeah, I see, I understand. Yeah, fuck you, that's what I'm expecting.
Right.
But he was actually genuinely listening and interesting and asking stories and it's like, shit, I didn't know, and so that's why I was like,
yeah. And he came back afterward. Remember, he left, had to go into.
And he came back. Yes, he had to go tell his mom.
I mean, I can tell that guy really, really, you set him right, and I think that's a big win for you. So I just wanted to give you those flowers because that's awesome to see. I just love to see that.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I know you guys tell me on a daily basis that what I do matters, but just. It's, especially with all the crash outs and the vitriol and the grossness of MAGA, it makes you lose faith in humanity. Like, what am I even doing here? I'm preaching to the choir. Of course, these people like me, but what about the MAGA people? Are they ever going to be reached? And so that's kind of the point I was feeling at. So when he was like, it was great. It made me feel good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a win. It's a total win, and that makes it all worth it. So it's just that I know for you, it's probably resting really well in your heart.
I'm feeling 99. I'm feeling like 360 from yesterday. Like yesterday, I was like, and today I'm just like, I feel the love. I feel good. I feel like this has not all been for nothing.
Right, you did something, and you accomplished. That's a big accomplishment, and just wanted to give you a big applause and flowers for that because that's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Anyway,
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, guys. We got about 10 more minutes. Can you guys get me to 500,000? Can you get me to 500,000 likes? Come on, guys. We're only 52 away. Just start as fast as you can. Come on. There's 300 people. Let's go. Spirit fingers. Woo! Let's go. Joe, how are you?
I'm so great. How are you?
I'm good. Today was a good day.
No, it was a good day.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of cool to see like that Trump supporter.
Yeah.
A young guy.
Yeah.
That actually touched my heart.
I know. I know. Usually, I don't have much sympathy for him.
Because I'm going through cancer and I have I was just diagnosed with diabetes. I think I talked to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I'm going through a lot, but it's nice to see some type of positivity.
Yeah. Awakening.
You know what I mean?
Awakening. Like, okay.
You know what I mean? Like it touched my heart. I was like, almost like cried a little bit. I was like,
I know.
Okay.
Because you're like, oh my God, there is hope for some of these people.
Yes, but I don't want to take up much of your time, but I love you, Diava. You're like one of you and Jam of a Jewel and Val.
Thank you.
I love you guys so much. You guys like touch my heart every day.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. That's so nice.
I love you so much. Like,
I love you back.
I feel like I know you, but I mean, I don't.
You do know me. I mean, you kind of do know me because what you see is what you get. This is how I am in life too. Like, I don't put on a show for you guys. I'm about as raw and real as you can get.
But but I love you so much, and
Thank you.
I mean, just stay who you are.
I will.
Definitely. That's it. Just stay, and you can drop me. I love you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's so kind of you. That makes me. Oh. I love you guys too. Like I'm not sure where Jem is, but usually when she takes some time off, she either has to because of her mom or she has to for her mental health. And she was having some health problems recently, a few weeks ago. So she'll be back when she's ready. And Val is on vacation. He's in the middle of the ocean somewhere on a cruise. So, we tell people to take breaks when they need it. So, I'm sure she's okay. All right. I know, poor Val. Poor guy on a fucking cruise, getting pampered and, listening to island music, sipping on cocktails. I mean, God, it's got to be so rough. So rough to be Val. I do know. I think it's today or tomorrow. I have to go. I think he's meeting DJ Tony Stewart this week, like in California when they dock over in California or whatever, or maybe next week. But ever since C-19, I can't go on a cruise anymore. I can't do it anymore. I used to cruise all the time. I've been on many cruises. Oh, he met yesterday. Okay. Oh, we already met with him. Okay, I have to go look at his page. Well, everybody touches everything. And ever since C-19, I can't do it. Yeah, he met him yesterday. Okay. I got it. I knew it was this week, and I knew it was soon, so that's why I said it. Like, it's somewhere around there. All right, guys. There's nobody else in the back, in the box. I mean, so I'm gonna go ahead and end 5 minutes early. Thank you guys for being here today. Today was a really good live. Today was probably one of my favorite lives, other than my anniversary live, because that was literally my favorite. But today was good. Oh, I'll wait a minute. I'll wait. You guys are only 9,000 away. You guys are only 9,000 away from 500K. You're only 5 minutes away. Let's go. I'll wait. I'll wait right here. Just we're almost there. 7 more. Let's go. You guys got it. Here, I'm going to do it on my backup. I have my backup on. I'm watching. I'll do it too. I'll join y'all in the tapping. 496. We're getting there. 497. 498. Oh, 500K. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Good job, everybody. Good job. We did it. You guys fucking rock, man. I love you. Everyone wants me to play my outro song. You want me to play my Diavatalks? You want me to play the song? Okay. I'll play my song as I act. Thank you guys for getting me to 500K. I will play my song and as an outro. Oops. Come on. You can download the song on Spotify. It's called Diavatalks. Diava Smackdown. In a sheepish grin, look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie and buzz through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got. Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than the truth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown queens.
MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diava hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diava's got game, and she's hard to beat.
See Diava, a crusader of truth.
Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth.
She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens.
She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew.
Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jewel.
With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a fighter."
Diava, a crusader of truth.
Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see.
Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens.
So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name.
Stop being so emotional. Bam! That's called Diava SmackDown. You can actually get it on Spotify. If you have a playlist for working out, I suggest you add it. It's so cool. I don't get any royalties. I don't get anything from it. It's not my song. Hey Jude, one of my awesome followers, made that song for me. So thank you, Hey Jude, if you're in here. But I play that every day in the intro while I'm waiting for people to come in. I'm playing my Diava SmackDown song. Usually I don't play it as the outro because usually it's after 7 because I always go over. My kids are starving. But if we get to like we did today where you had some time, I'll do that. I think that's cool. Thanks for the suggestion, guys. You guys rock. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the likes, the taps, the loves. Thank you for getting me to over 500,000 likes today. Today was a great live. I feel amazing. I'm not getting off here like stressed to the hill. I'm like super happy. So thank you guys for your loyalty and following me all this time, for your generosity, for the gifts, for the cash apps, the Venmos, but more importantly, just thank you for being here. I couldn't do this every day without your support. I love you guys so much. And thank you so much for your support. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. We'll do it all over again. See you later, guys. I love you so much. Bye. All right, YouTube and Twitch. I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll do it all over again. Love you. Mwah.